Hi, this is the first of 4 videos where I'm going to look at what we're all facing on one level or another at the moment. And that is that we're entering unknown territory in our lives, in our experience of life, and in the world on a practical level. Now, it's obvious if you go on YouTube or look around what is going on in the world with technology, with business, with communities, with relationships, with politics, with global communication. There is a massive growth happening that's only going to accelerate over the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years. And the effect of that alone is it's going to take us into territory and give us options and possibilities that we've never had before as human beings. From, traveling to other planets, to life extension, to better health, to, new ways of sharing currency, and you name it. It's just untold out there, artificial intelligence, whatever. Now, the key thing about that is it's an external reflection of what's going on inside all of us. And this is affecting everything. The changes that are going on inside all of us are affecting everything that we do in the external world, and our ability to handle those changes. And it doesn't matter whether you're into, alternative things or whether you're extremely conservative and down to earth. We're still changing inside. Our whole way of operating and our whole way of looking at the world and sharing what we have to offer with the world is changing profoundly. And that internal change requires that we understand what is actually going on with when we experience negativity, what we would call negativity, things that are contracting, things that make us fearful, where we hold back, things where, blaming, feeling despair, a whole range of things, fear, all the things that are going on, that negativity. We need to know how to transmute that, take that emotion and that energy and change it into more expansive energy, more expansive emotion. Because that will bring about internal change, which will bring about our ability to not only handle external change, but produce it in a really effective way, in a way that actually works. It doesn't matter whether you're cutting edge or very down to earth, it's still the same thing. We need to be able to take the negativity in our life, the things that we feel very uncomfortable with or threatened by or restricted and limited by, and then convert them into something expansive and positive that makes us look at life differently, and then we do life differently. That's the subject in reverse of what the next 3 videos are about. This one is about what triggers all that, and that is standing on the brink. We are on the brink of entering unknown territory. You can think of it as walking through a door into a room you've never been in. You have no idea what's there, and it's dark. And, people have told you things about it that may or may not be true. And when you check, you find, well, they've never really been there, but that's what they imagine it to be like based on the past. Or you're standing on a brink or a pinnacle, somewhere where, to go any further, you've got to step off into unknown territory, which might seem threatening, like stepping off the edge of a cliff. You don't want to do that just randomly. So how do you do that? How do you take the next step forward into completely unknown territory, not just the next step forward in your life because you're now 40, and everyone who's 40 goes through, or you get married or you have a child, because those are things which people have been doing for as long as people have been around. But this is like stepping into whole new ways of living life, whole new ways of trading, whole new ways of relating. Not necessarily weird or anything, but just new ways with new possibilities, new potentials that need to incorporate what is common sense and need to incorporate what is always true about us, but can be done in completely fresh, new, valuable, exciting ways. That I don't mean just exciting, revved up, but just, wow, this is making my life truly worthwhile and opening up so many new possibilities for me. And then often, well, I'm nobody, you know, I'm not famous, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm nobody. But you are. And that's the first thing about stepping off the brink. You have to realize, to some degree, you have to get a sense of the fact that you matter, you're unique, and what you bring to the table has never been brought before. It's really worthwhile. You know, people or the world or your garden or your business or your child has been waiting for this. You know, this planet's been here for 4.5 billion years. Everyone's been waiting, and now you exist. And frankly, that's true about every single human being. And right at the moment, I'm not saying you suddenly go, oh, now I've got that on a big mental level, I'm going to, you know, take it and get all whizzed up about it. No. You need to get some tangible, practical sense that you matter. You know, an awareness of your worth and a sense of esteem about yourself, at least a sense of it, in a sense of, hey, I could love this person that I am. You know, that coming to grips with that is crucial. But that, you know, okay, you matter, and that's important. And that's a huge thing in any human being's life. It's a huge subject in any human being's life to come to terms with that. You know, a lot of human beings never do. But that won't take you into the unknown with a sense of real confidence. Even though you don't know what the hell is coming next, even though this is brand new territory, even though a lot of the old beliefs and attitudes and thoughts and, you know, writings and philosophies and everything like that don't quite fit here because they come from another time. You still have that, I can deal with this. And as I said, the first step is coming from you. You need to realize, even if you just take it on board as a possibility, you know, just to get going, you matter. You've never, nothing like you has ever existed before. And again, that you know, our mind has real trouble with that because it's always, you know, playing the game of competition and comparison and measuring and, you know, telling stories about heroes, and it's like you can look up to them, but you aren't them. No, this is, all of that has its place, and it can be great, even amazingly entertaining and inspiring. But you matter. And if you can allow that possibility into your life, then stepping off into the brink. Now, the reason I'm talking about this is we're all there now. This is early December 2017. And the last couple of months, I've been experiencing, everyone I know's been experiencing. I've been looking on the news. From where I live, I get to see news from multiple countries around the world. You know, not just one country. Many, many channels from all over the world. And I just see it in Japan, I see it in Singapore, I see it in, you know, Europe, in England, in the United States, in Australia, in China, that things are like, it's this uncomfortableness, whether it shows up as a physical illness or, you know, just getting a flu like I've had over the last couple of weeks, and that it's just unlike anything that I've had before. And it just really made me just come back and take time out to really reflect on things. When my mind's going, but you've got to do this, and you've got to do that, and all that sort of stuff. Or whether it's an emotional experience, or whether it's to do with your finances or your physical situation, or your business, or you're incredibly successful running a major company, but it's just all these things are happening. People are going this way, that way. Politics is doing this, doing that, depending on where you're looking from. There's been this sort of sense of, we really need to understand what the value of what's valuable in life, and what is just fake distraction, in, you know, consuming our time, because this is changing right in front of us. You know, you can go on YouTube, look up technology, look up, you know, all areas, philosophy, science, you name it, change incredibly. And there's this sense of uneasiness, sense of where's this all heading, that's been prevailing over the last few months. And that's good news, because that's what happens when real change, practical change, change that's not just philosophical or, pardon me, down to earth, or it's not, you know, just woo-woo stuff. That's what happens. It's like something's really changing. You know, you have your first baby and it's like, wow, things are changing, you know, and you can feel it coming, because you can watch your partner or yourself, depending on, you know, who's having the baby, you can just watch it looming, growing right there in front of you. Well, we're at that time now. So what is it going to take? Bottom line, there are 5 really important qualities that when you're in touch with them, they really get you in touch with the part of you that knows how to work with and enjoy and get benefits from, really suck the benefits out of going into uncharted territory, dealing with an unknown future. And it's clear the world is it's not going to wipe itself out. I mean, people keep bringing that up and whatever, but it's not. We've already decided a while ago, you know, we're going to go into uncharted territory. We're going to break new grounds. So what's really important is, what do you need? 5 things. Courage. Really important. And to understand what that is, what is courage? Vision. Impeccability. Right? Sounds good. You know, it sounds a bit challenging, but what is it? You need true desire. You need to be driven by a desire that comes from you. And you need clarity. But I'm going into the unknown. I have not, yeah, but you need the ability to find clarity, to be clear. Because what you're going to be doing is you're going to step off the edge of what you all already know. I mean, you're not going to step off a cliff, but it's going to be that same feeling. And that can be terribly frightening if you don't have courage and vision and impeccability and desire and clarity. But if you have those qualities, it's like as scary as stepping off a cliff, even though you're not physically going to fall down, 20 stories or whatever. It's like you can do that when other people are looking at you going, what are you doing? And you can do it not in a stupid way, not in a way that goes, it's just a shot in the dark coming from your head, trying to save yourself from a desperate situation, but where it's coming right from the core of who you are. It's a wise and it's a powerful decision. So, how do you apply those 5 qualities really effectively? Okay, courage. Long time ago, I was told that courage is a decision. Courage is a decision, and there's 3 dimensions to it, or 3 decisions within that decision to be courageous, to have courage. Or when you make these 3 decisions legitimately, you live courageously, you have courage. And the first thing about that is, the first step is a decision. And in the later videos, we'll talk about the importance of how decision making is evolving and what that really means, and the implications of that to how we live our life, but also the benefits of making great decisions. Really, it's not the theory about it, it's the benefits when you do that you get. So these 3 decisions. The first one is you make a decision, a real decision that comes not up here, but from within you. It's a core decision. I will not live a life that does not reflect external who I truly am. I will not live a life that does not reflect who I truly am. There's a lot there, but the last bit is okay, well, who am I? That's an important part. You've got to make a decision, and you've got to get in touch with who you truly are, so that you can go, I will not live a life that does not reflect that. Why? Because it's so much more fun, and you can be so much more successful living that way. Really simple. Not because it's philosophically, no. You'll get better results in business, better results in relationships, have more fun in your life on your terms. Really simple. Second decision. I will not live a life that others design for me. I will design my own life. And if others come up with designs, I will not live that way, even if they love me. That doesn't mean you can't take the benefits of their advice and their input and their suggestions. Of course you can. But I will not live a life that I will not live a life that others design for me, and therefore I don't do it myself. I don't take responsibility. Even if they love me, I appreciate they love me, but I will not live a life that does not reflect who I truly am, and I will not live a life that others design for me. Now that implies a level of incredible responsibility with the freedom to create a life for yourself. And the third decision, and this is a kicker, I'm on the way to getting it right. I'm going to get it right. But on the way there, I'm willing to get it wrong, right? I'm willing to screw up, make mistakes, learn from them, not wallow in them, not get stuck there. But I'm willing to get it wrong on the way to getting it right. But I'm on the way to getting it right. I'm going to get it right and make mistakes. That's part of the journey. And when you live that way, I'm not going to live a life that does not reflect who I am. I'm going to live a life, what it really is I'm going to live a life that reflects who I truly am. Other people, even if they love me, I will design my life. I'll respect their input, but it's my life. And I'll take responsibility for that. And I'll make mistakes on the way to getting it right. That's not a problem. I'll learn, I'll be humble, I'll do all these other things. That's courage. That takes kahunas, as they say, you know. That takes desire, impeccability, vision, clarity. So that's the first thing, having the courage to step into the unknown and discover that life, not have it pre-planned and then try and impose it on the unknown, but to step into the unknown and discover what that life truly is for you. Now, the other four I'm going to go fairly quickly on, but that courage, this is a time for incredible courage, but not, you know, revved up courage, you know, I'll put up with anything, you know, head down, just keep going at it. Yeah, it's like, I will persist in living a life that truly reflects who I am. I'll take responsibility for it. Even if people love me, I'll take responsibility for deciding and for discovering and really putting it out there. And when I make mistakes, that's fine. My aim is to get it right. Mistakes are part of the process. And I'm not afraid to make mistakes. And I'm not afraid to get it right. Courage. Now, along with that, you need vision. And this isn't like, oh, I've got a vision up here of the way it should be, and therefore now I'm going to go and try and make it happen. No, vision is the ability to see. To get, when you go into the unknown, you've got a vision, you know, as an active thing. You need to vision. Wow, what could my life be like if I really let myself turn up? And what would happen there? And what are the future possibilities? Because I'm in the unknown. Hey, nothing's fixed. And people who vision, and who vision from courage, they're the people who are going to bring a huge quality of life to this new territory. You know, it's not like the settlers from England go to America and then try and impose English society on America or Australia or India. No, it's like, you know, it's like I've come to this new country and it's just learn the culture, get to understand what moves them, see their world through their eyes, see the world through new eyes. You know, all the political opposites that hate each other, start understanding, see the world through their eyes, through your partner's eyes, through your child's eyes. Vision, and then see what's possible for you. And part of that visioning will be seeing what life is bringing to you, and then choosing the parts that you truly can want to accept. You know, so vision is really powerful. And impeccability. Look, there's a lot I could say, but impeccability is making sure that all of you is involved. You haven't left anything out, which means your mind cannot dominate things, nor can your body, nor can your heart. You know, if you're really spiritual, just, you know, get practical. If you're really practical, well, open up to your spirituality. Again, this is courageous. It's not about someone imposing their beliefs on you. It's about finding what makes sense to you. What works for you. I mean, really works for you, not this is what I believe and I'm going to impose it on no matter how sick or bad or how much it affects my family or my wife or my business partners. You know, it's get that impeccability where your mind does what your mind is designed to do. And it's free to do that fully. And your body does what your body is designed, and your nervous system and your heart and whatever it is that is within us, whatever name you give that, your spirit, your soul, your enthusiasm, your joy, your insight, your awareness, your perception, your physical energy, your emotions, your will, your ability to love, your direction in life, your unique way of thinking, the way you relate to other people's thinking, your instincts, all of them feel like they're at the table and they're all contributing. That's what brings impeccability. You've got to bring all of you. You've got to operate like a full person. Take advantage of all the assets you've been given. That's a good way of putting it in business language. Take advantage of all the assets, including the weaknesses. Because weaknesses have the ability, when properly handled, to become your greatest strengths. And strengths can become your weaknesses if they're not balanced. Now, impeccability with courage and vision, you can start to put that impeccability together. And then you can discover true desires that make a real difference to you. Things that they don't just turn you on, they turn all of you on. They turn you on as a whole, as a human being. Because when you enter the unknown, when you walk into that room, think of a movie where you walk into a dark room and it could be dangerous and threatening. You need to have your ability to protect yourself. Your physical energy right there. Two separate things. And you need to be emotionally clear and in your flow, in touch with life in the moment, and ready to express all that energy and power if something attacks you or if something great happens. And your mind needs to be alert, aware, learning, enjoying, and tuned into what's going on here. So with all of that, your desire, one prime desire when you go into the unknown is you get really in touch with is I want to live. Because even the possibility there's a threat, most people go, oh, there's a threat, I'll go and get bumped off. That doesn't happen much. Occasionally, but our desire to live, our desire to be in the moment, our desire to breathe. And then your desire to do something, to make something great of this opportunity, or to discover what the life is. I will not live a life that does not reflect who I truly, who am I really? One of the great places to find that out is in the unknown. Who am I really? What am I capable of really? What are my strengths and weaknesses of character? What are my strengths and weaknesses physically? The unknown is just a brilliant, that's why children are such brilliant learners. It doesn't mean you don't know anything. It's just when you're in unknown territory, it stretches and helps you learn and grow and develop as a person. It's powerful stuff. And when you're in that state, you can be clear. You can not only find clarity, you can be clear. Because it's when you've got the courage and the vision, you're visioning, eyes wide open, and when you're impeccable, everything's doing what it's meant to do. And when that desire emerges or reveals itself, then the clarity comes. Clarity comes much more elegantly, is the right word. And that's what you need when you enter into the unknown. That's what you need to focus on developing when you're on the brink. It can be anything, on the brink of a financial disaster, on the brink of making your first $1 billion, on the brink of, settling a huge escrow, on the brink of getting married, on the brink of having your first child. Because none of those things mean you've got to have it together. You just need to be willing to allow all of what you have to come to the table, and to find out the bits that are missing, or you've ignored, or that you've overlooked. I'm willing to get it wrong on the way to getting it right, and go, oh, I overlooked, I didn't realize I could do that. Oh, you put that together, you bring that more to the table. It's not like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is on one level, and on the other level, it's like they all link up. One supports the other. Find, of those 5, the one that you've got strongest. You're clear. You're crystal clear. You know what's going on, or you know what your desire is, and you know it's not just fanciful or dreaming or greed, or it's a desire that means so much to you in your heart. Find that. I've spent my whole life learning how to get mind, body, and soul all lined up. Impeccability. Start with that. And let that feed the next and the next and the next till you come down to the one that it's not so easy. And then it'll be so much easier to tackle it. That's how to deal with what we're entering into now in December 2017. For the next year, years, decades ahead. That's how you confidently step off the brink, despite the uncertainty, despite the feelings of chaos or the sense of, I don't know, but I'm willing to. And that's when the unknown becomes a place to dance, to be successful, to create things that you've never done before, to reach levels of success that you've never achieved before, to find dreams that really mean something to you, and to start putting together your life in a way that you never thought was possible. That's what the unknown offers. Now, once you've entered that, in the next video, we'll talk about taking the negativity that inevitably comes up. And I don't mean about bagging it and making it wrong. Looking at it like, negativity, where is it? This is like coal I can turn into diamonds. It's like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Because I'm going to transmute it. When you enter into the unknown, you can't escape negativity if you're human. It's there. But how do you turn it into, lead into gold? And that leads to the ability to change within, that leads to external change, which we'll cover in the following videos. So I hope you've enjoyed that. If you'd like to subscribe to this or make sure you get these videos, go to www.teampower, teampower.business. That's www.teampower.business. And you'll see as you go down through the site at the bottom, there's a contact us form there. You know, send us your email and anything else you want to say about this. And we'll make sure that you get the following videos that go with this in this 4-part mini-series, 4-part. I don't know, I woke up, was it today or yesterday? I think it was today. And just said, you know what? I want to do this. This needs to be done right now because it's so relevant. So if you'd want to take advantage of that, go to that website, go down to the Contact Us segment and take it from there. Been great talking to you. See you in the next video.